And the Lord was with Judah and drave out the people of the, okay, cool cat. So yeah, now going back to over here. Of course, I already read this. You had Zorah and Dan. And then you had another Zorah, which was in Dan and Judah. Sorry. Which was in Judah and Benjamin. So it's simply explained that, you know, there might have been different there are different places, but which one they're talking about at that type of specific particular moment, you can kind of guess to a certain degree, like, oh, maybe it's a Zorah within Dan and also within Judah, just like with the Bethlehem. Let me read on. Now it says here, Judges, you know, this all started with the Ziklag, but you did have Ziklag that was given unto Judah, right? So it says here, and there, but there was in the look, it says here, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah, and they had in their, Joshua chapter 19 verse 2, and they had in their inheritance Beersheba and Sheba and Moladah and Hazar Shual and Balan, okay, all these places. And so it says also that Simeon then therefore had in his region, he had Ziklag. But we read in 1 Samuel chapter 27 that Ziklag was part of Judah. So, or there is a Ziklag also in Benjamin, in Simeon, because Simeon was located here. Simeon was here, but Ziklag was here somewhere, as you can see here. So it's right around their territory. So maybe this place was given unto Judah, and maybe Simeon also was living there. I don't know. You know, but we were not allowed to take each other's places. But like I said, with the Zorah, or there's two things, or they was sharing the town, or it's talking about a different Ziklag within here. It could be because, listen, you have if you look at the scriptures, you have a lot of Kadesh. Sorry, not the scriptures, the map, and the scripture shows you too. You have Kadesh, which is where Heber was chilling. Heber the Kenite. Heber the Kenite, where was he? He was in Kadesh, which is in Naphtali, right? Kadesh, spelled like that. But in the Hebrew, it's the same thing as Kadesh, or Kadash actually. Kadash and Kadash. But here, down here, you had, let me see something. You have Kadesh Naphtali. Naphtali. Where is it here? Here it is, but it's not mentioned on this map. Here you have Kadesh, yes, which is where Heber the Kenite was chilling with Jael, his wife, which was an Ishmaelite woman. So yes, we were doing that. So some of our people are Midianites. Well, they're not all people, but they look like Midian. They look like our people, but they're Midianites. They're descendants from the Kenites, Rechabites, you know, whatever you want to call them at that time. Rechabites, Kenites, Midianites, they're the same people, which are actually Midianites. Their head tribe, their head forefather is Midian. Now you have sub things, sub families, like, you know, the children of Levi, for example. They had their sub families, the Geshurites, the Malaniah, whatever. You know, I don't want to repeat it again. Numbers chapter 3 shows you it. But yeah, so, oh yeah, you see here you have a Bethlehem in Zebulon, which is what I just showed you here. No, here. You have a Bethlehem. Oh, wait, sorry. Where did I put it? Here. A Bethlehem in Zebulon. So you also had a Bethlehem there, because it says it right here, right? And then they figured it out. They're wiser than us anyway. They know that we were the Israelites before we knew we were the Israelites. The children of this world are wiser than the children of light. They know it better than us. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. They know. Okay? Don't think that they don't know. They're just not going to tell you. Because once that happens, they're going to fall. They're not going to do that. What kind of stupid idiot would do that? What kind of idiot would do that? That's what, and they have spent billions of dollars to keep us stupid, just so that they can prolong their reign over us. That's why it's so beautiful when the Most High is waking us up, and then they can't stop it because they're big as shit. I don't want these snares to wake up. God damn it, I don't want to go into slavery. Bubba, please. Let's give them more pork. Give them more pork. Make it cheaper. Make it cheaper, man. Make it cheaper. Gotta make it cheaper for them. Oh. Right. So, they're afraid, boy. But not the common Edomite. The elites. Because the common Edomites, they keep them stupid too. Because there's a lot of Edomites that actually want to please us. Like, please, forgive us. But the other ones be like, fuck these goddamn niggas. They stole our birthright. I hate them. Nigga. Turning into red tomatoes. Or a tomato. It depends on which region you are from, or how you want to say it. Right? So, okay, but I'm looking for Naphtal Kadesh. It's somewhere. I'll find it. If I don't find it, then I'm gonna just leave it. Here, let me type it in. Kadesh Naphtali map. Kadesh Naphtali. Here, Upper Galilee. See where I just was. This is Galilee. Sorry, this is the Sea of Galilee where I just was here. But it was here somewhere, Upper Galilee or something like that. But on their map, they do this. Here. On their map. Which, it doesn't look like Upper Galilee, but hey, it doesn't matter, right? Because they put the question mark. And it all depends on how you look at it. I mean, if you're down here, then this is upper. But actually, this is upper, you know. The half here is upper. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just know that it was here, Kadesh Naphtali. Yes, it was there, in this place. It's near the Sea of Galilee. So you have multiple Galilee. It's Kadesh. Sorry, not multiple. Kadesh Naphtali. No, you have one Kadesh in Naphtali. Then you have Kadesh Naphtali, and then you have Kadesh Barnea. Yeah, it's not called Barnea here, but if you look it up in the scriptures, then you will see Kadesh Barnea. Then you will know that Abraham was there, and Abraham went down to Egypt. Where? Let me see something. Here, Kadesh Barnea onto Gaza. So where is Gaza? Here. So it's close by this one, this Gaza. So that's the Kadesh Barnea. What I'm showing. This one. It's close this by. So definitely it's not talking about this one, because this one is where Heber the Kenite was, because he was in Naphtali. So I know that it's there, and there are two of them. But there's more. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Right. So because or else it's endless, you know. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do it for understanding's sake, so that you know what the scriptures is capable of, you know. Concerning all those places and names, which is not important for salvation's sake, but sometimes for the beauty, because I do know that there are different minds. You can't say a lot of things, but you shouldn't say, oh, that's not important. No, for who, nigga? For you, motherfucker. You see, certain people, you know, oh, that color is ugly. What? What do you mean it's ugly? Yeah, for you. Hey, man, get out of here, man. See? There you go again. So it's not always a good thing to dismiss something that is a small matter for you. because it might be a large matter for that other person, and therefore you need to consider his mind also. So if you're not interested in this, then hey. But I am sure that there's at least one person interested in this. I am. That's one. Second, I know there's another. 100%. It's not. Look, it's possible, but I don't think that the Heavenly Father just created one person to have just one type of, you know, taste or something. I mean, I don't think so, bro. It's millions of Israelites that, have different type of tastes, even though we are all Israelites. Okay, so going on. So yeah, you have Zorah and Judah, and you have Zorah and Judah and Benjamin. You have Zorah and Judah and Benjamin, and this Zorah is nearby Hebron, so that's in Judea clearly. And you had the other Zorah that was from the Danites. I don't know if it's in Dan or, yeah, I don't know, but I would think so. But like I said, this is not for edification's sake anyway. These places are given unto Dan. So let me go on. So there's two different ones, but yeah. Or it could be one that they share. So, but like I said, it's not a big 100% deal. Like, you're not gonna lose salvation over this one. Oh, I made a mistake about the 30th. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No, it says here. So Ziklag. Okay, so is there another one in Simeon? Could be. Is it talking about the same one from Judah? Well, it's possible because it's right there, right down there. No, not here. It's right down there, where Beersheba is. Yeah. But it was given unto the Judites. So going on. The Judites have control over that. And Bethel, Boath, and Sharuhan, 13 cities and their villages, was given unto the Simeonites. Ain, Remon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages. And all the villages that were round about these cities of Baalathbeer, the mouth of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon. For the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore, the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. So, later on, the Judites had Ziklag, because I just read it to you. But it was in this part then, which was given unto them, because their land was too much for them. So yeah, so it makes sense that they could just take it. I don't know, but if you think about it, it was actually in the hands of the Hamites first. So when we had wars, when King David had war with Saul, and then he I didn't think I read that. Let me see. And then he fled. Look here. So it says here's 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 6. And Ahash the king of Gath gave him Ziklag that day. Wherefore Ziklag pertaineth unto the kings of Judah unto this day. And the time that David dwelt in the country of the Philistines was a full year and 4 months, because he was hiding from Saul, and Saul was afraid of the Philistines because they was giants. He was scared, but he wasn't scared of David, even though David is stronger than that. But anyway, even David was scared of these people too. He played crazy, because he was like, no man, I ain't gonna fight these people right now. The Lord might not be with me because I have sinned against him. No, sorry, because no. At that time he didn't really kind of do it like that, and he didn't kind of really do it like that. That was I mixed up two stories. Yeah, it was just Saul wanted him dead, and he was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm really mixing two stories. I think that was the one when he lost his kingdom. I think to his son, and then he played crazy. Yeah, sorry. I think I made a mistake. I jumped 3 stories actually. Sorry about that. Anyway, let me go back to over here and we stick in one story. Right, so now going on to over, I think I'm done with this one. Right, so now going back to over here, verse 10. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sarid. And their border went up toward the sea and Manalah, and reached to Dabasheth, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sun rising, unto the border of, okay, I'm not going to pronounce that word, Hishloth Tabor, okay, easier than I thought. And then goeth out to Dabirath, and goeth up to Japhia. And from thence passed along the east, on the east to Githa Heper to Ithakazin, and goeth out to Remon Methoar and Nia. Yeah. So if you remember these names and stuff like that, I'm not gonna do that. Sometimes I do remember certain things, certain cities. Then when I read the scriptures and it talks about, for example, that city, then I know, oh, it's talking about Issachar. But then there was another place that's also in Judah that has a similar name to this. Yeah, that's gonna trip you up sometimes. So don't get too much into cities unless you really, you read the whole context and you be like, oh, I think I know what it's talking about. Yeah, but it's gonna show you. The Lord is gonna show you anyway. So I just believe the Lord is gonna do it. So I'm not really worried. But sometimes it kind of did trip me up. Like, hey, wait a minute, wasn't they there? So because like I said, if you read this, then you would think, oh, okay. If you didn't read, for example, 1 Samuel chapter 27, you would think, okay, Simeon is there. Okay, You would go about your business, and then later on you would read it and like, oh, okay. Also, Judah had it there. So now you start thinking like, okay, who is it, Simeon or Judah? Or it could be all both. Or it could be that there is a place in Simeon that's called Ziklag. But then again, hey, let's go on. And then, but okay, and from thence passed it along. Okay, I already read that. Then the border of, let me see here. On the border compassed it on the north side of Hanathon, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Japhet. Okay, and Katha and Nahala and Shimron and Idala and Bethlehem. Then, see? So now you might think like, if you read it, you might think like, hey, huh? What's going on? Well, they do name certain places after their own, after certain other places. You had Nazareth in Zebulon. You have, let me see, Bethlehem there. But you have also, let me see, we're here. You have Bethlehem here, Bethlehem, Judah. So now, just like Kadesh Barnea, you Bethlehem, Judah, and you had Bethlehem, Zebulon. But this is not the one that's going to be mentioned often, so you don't need to worry about that, Yaharatazah, because it's not going to be mentioned often. It's just for the record's sake, because most of the time when the Lord mentions Jerusalem and Bethlehem, he's talking about Judah and Benjamin. He's talking about them. Right. He's not talking about Bethlehem, Zebulon. He's not talking about that. Not that I noticed. I have not noticed that. When I read about Bethlehem, it's talking about Judah and Benjamin. Actually, Judah, sorry. Bethlehem is Judah. Jerusalem is Judah and Benjamin. Sorry. Right, so this is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. And the fourth lot came out of Issachar, for the children of Issachar, according to their families. Okay, I don't have to read. Oh yeah, this one is kind of important to a certain degree. that one, I don't, let me see, on the coast, and 16 villages, yes. And their border was at Jordan, which is, yeah, which is here. Here. This is the River Jordan, right? It kind of helps to know the locations and stuff like that. So this is the inheritance of the children of, this is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families. And their border was Helkath, Hali, and Bethan, and Shaf, and all these places. Carmel is also an important one because in Judah you also had Carmel. Carmel in Judah, here, next to, let me see, Hebron down there. Here, Carmel in Judah. Hebron is of course Judah, as you can see here. Hebron. But down here you had then therefore that place that I just showed you, or said actually. Yeah, I showed you. But where was it? Where did I put it? Here? Yeah. Carmel. I have a bigger map actually that really has a lot of things, but I'm gonna leave that. This is good enough. You know, Hebron is here, and here you have that Debir, which is also shown here. No, not here. This one. Here, that's Debir and Hebron. So you know it's that place, right? So going on, which is, yeah, here. So Moan and here, yeah, right? So Carmel, westward, but that's the Carmel in Asher. Sorry. And this word over here, Shihor leave not, and turn it toward the sun rising of Beth Dagon, Dagon, the fish idol, and reach it to Zebulon, right? Comes near close to Zebulon, and to the valley of Jif, hill, toward the north side of Bethmek, and Neiel, and go it out to Kabul on the left hand. And I just saw Kabul, by the way. Where was it again? Yeah, here. So they kind of actually mapped it out. Like they actually did. I saw Hamon, and they actually did map it out. The Afek or something, and Bethlehem and Sharon and all that type of stuff. So going on. And Hebron. See, you have another Hebron in in Asher. And Reham, Hub, and Hamon, which I just showed, and Cana I also think I showed, even unto great Zidon. And we know that the Zidonians were the sons of Canaan, but we took that land. Tyre and Zidon, they were here. Asher got that. You had Tyre and Zidon. Sometimes Sidon is spelled with a S. Sometimes Sidon is spelled, spelled. Sometimes Sidon is spelled with a Z, with a Z, right? And sometimes it's spelled with a S. But these were the sons of Canaan, as you can see here. Gen 10. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, which Heth later on got like upper Lebanon, the place, not upper, but upper, that place Lebanon, got that, right? Heth got there, and you can see that. Well, let me leave that, because yeah, it's a map, but yeah, it's accurate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read the scriptures, you will see like, oh, he was in Lebanon. Lebanon was for the Hamites. Them giants were there, bro. Baalbek, for example, Baalbek, That's a giant temple, by the way. They're very big people, bro. Yeah, we couldn't beat them. Yep. This is the land of Canaan. The Canaanites were here. Yeah, but Philistine is Mizraim. You know, so they was living amongst each other. Also, just like how you have Simeon in the midst of Judah, surrounded by Judah. You had the Philistines were surrounded by Canaan, but the Philistines are Mizraim, as you can see that here. Here, Mizraim, he got, what the hell did I just get? Sorry. Mizraim begot him, and out of him come the Philistines, and they were greater among them, among those. And this is the islands that is near, near. I just saw it. Where is it? I literally just saw it. Like Cyprus. They went there too, and this little island also. The Hamites went there, and lived there. Cyrus or Cyprus. But I just saw a picture that shows you that they here. Oh, I did see it there. Here, this one, Tyre. They were here too. Phoenician fleet. The Edomites called them Phoenicians. The Greeks. Phoenicians. They called them Phoenicians. Tyre. Tazara in the Hebrew. Tazara. Tazawar. Tazawar, it says here. Tazawar, it says here. Tazara. Tyre is Tazara, and Tazawar in this one here. Tazawar, I think it was Shur. Anyway, no. Tazawar is Tyre. Sorry. But they say Suru. But anyway, so let me see something. What did the Greeks call Tyre? Yeah, Tyre called instead of Shore. Yeah, the Shore is another place. But yeah, whatever. Tyrus in ancient Greek. Tyre. It also gave the Phoenicians their name from the Greeks, which means purple people. They were so dark. They're Hamites, man. What the fuck? I have no problem with that, by the way. They're the dark-skinned Hamites. Yeah. So yeah. Syrian, Tidon, Lebanon, in Phoenician footstep. Canaanites, they were there. They were in Sidon. They were in Sidon is literally the son of Canaan. They were in Tyre. They were in Lebanon also, but I think Heth was there. But the Phoenicians were there too, because it's called the Phoenician place. Yeah, they mingled among each other, something like that. But Heth was there too, and Hamath and stuff. Hamath was that, but let me talk too much. I did that in another video, so because I'm gonna keep on talking. So let me see something here. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, that part. So going on. So Carmel, yeah. Didn't I click that away? I thought I did. Right, even unto great Zidon, and Zidon was great, right? And it says here. Oh yeah, let me see if I see the Hebron in Zebulon. Let me see. I don't see it. But they had a place named Hebron here also, and yeah, the Hamon I saw. Tyre and Sidon. We had that region over there. Here you have Mount Carmel. See another Carmel here. No, this one isn't Carmel, which is in their region. I think what's it called again? Ephraim or Manasseh. Sorry, Manasseh. Let me see, double check. Yeah, it was Manasseh, but you had the mountain of Carmel with them, and then you had the place, the town Carmel, because it's right down there. And of course you had Carmel in here, and you had Abigail the Carmelite, Nabal, yeah, here, 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 3, and his second wife of the King David, Shileab of Abigail, his son, what's his son? His second son he got, of Abigail, the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. So Nabal was a Carmelite, so she was most likely also a Carmelite. And so I think that was the Carmelite of Judah. And the third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur, which was this one here. And that's the son that basically wanted to kill him. But because the Lord cursed him, because he stole somebody else's wife. So it is here, upper here. And so here, Geshur, which is on the other side of Galilee, which is the land of was the land of Manasseh until Aram took it, because Aram took it here, and Aram took it here. If you read Genesis 22, you will see that this is one of the sons of the last verse of Genesis 22. This is one of the sons of Nahor, and these also come from there. Also the Syrians, which is Aram. Right, and then he went here, King David went here and took one of the daughters of their kings, and that son was the most beautiful man in all Israel. Oh, yeah, and his hair was the longest of all Israel, and he fled right back here unto his people when he murdered his other brother from another mother. Then he hid himself here, and then Joab went here and killed him. His nephew, Joab and and Absalom were cousins, because King David was Joab's uncle. King David was Joab, his mother was King David's sister. Right, I have to talk slow because or I'm gonna mess it up with what I'm saying, so I have to talk slow. If you didn't notice, because I went slow there because I have to, or else I'm gonna say it too fast and I might make a mistake. I might make a mistake. And then the coast turned to Ramah. And then the coast turned to Ramah. Joshua chapter 19, verse 29. And the coast turned to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turned to Osa, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Achzib. Let me see how many scriptures. Okay, cool. Many verses. Okay. Uma also, and Apek, which I just saw, which is here. No, sorry. Nay. Here. Apek. I just saw it. Here. Back. Going on. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even of the children of Naphtali according to their families. Right. See, this is the mannerism that, for example, this is written. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my soul is bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So it's talking about the same people, which is Esau, Edom. But yeah, here it's written as, it's Old English, so it's not somebody else, it's the same. And there is kind of the same way written as there. So, and their coast was from Helaph to from Alon to Zaanaim, Nim, Sahanim. And Ademi, Nekeb, and Jabneel, and Lukum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan, which that's very simple, because that's just here. This place. Sorry. This place. Well, it's the same river. It's the same river. It's the same river. It's the same river that is in this coast of Galilee. The Jordan River goes into the Sea of Galilee, and this is Galilee, or Galilee, or Galilee, yeah. And this is the same thing. It's the same river. Jordan, you could call it. It's what it's called, by the way. You can, not you can call it. It is called Jordan. Right. So going on. So the borders thereof were at Jordan, of the Naphtalites, right? Naphtali. And then the coast turneth westward to Asnoth-tabar, and goeth out from hence to Hakuk, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and reacheth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sun rising, which is the east. And the fenced cities are Ziddim, Zer, and Hamath. There's also a place in the region Hamath. I'm going to show you that right here. Here you have that region Hamath. And we were here. Naphtali is here. The Sea of Galilee is here. But you had Hamath there. And you had the Phoenicians here, which is Lebanon, known as Lebanon nowadays, which King Solomon did not have rulership there, but he did have until the river Euphrates in the book, and he also did have until the river of Egypt, and he also did have leadership over the Edomites, Moabites, and Ammon, and of course over Philistine. He also had that, which is simply mentioned here. First Chronicles 9, and 15, 25. What? No. First Chronicles 9. Oh yeah, First Chronicles 9. No, sorry. Second Chronicles 9:25, and Solomon had 4,000 stalls. Okay, let me not read that. Yeah. Okay, let me read it. 4,000 stalls of horses, 4 horses and chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot cities, and with the king at Jerusalem. And he reigned over all the kings from the river Euphrates. If you look up the Blue Letter Bible, you're gonna see it. It's actually different rivers, but it's the river Euphrates. Even unto the land of the Philistines, he ruled over their kings also, and even to the border of Egypt. So even to the border of Egypt, he had the power. I have the power. He had that. The Lord gave him that. And here it shows you that Lebanon is also our land. We just sinned too much, and therefore we couldn't beat them. Joshua chapter 13 verse 1. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. There remaineth very much land to be possessed. This is the land that yet remaineth to be possessed. All the borders of the Philistines to be possessed. All Geshuri, which is down there, not the Geshuri that I just showed you in Aram. This is the one in Aram, because it says it's close by the Machabites. These are the Geshurites from Aram, and we didn't kick them out neither, which we should have, but we couldn't, because the Lord was testing us also to see if we would follow after their gods, and we did. We started following. We did. So he was right. Sahor, which is before Egypt, which is the land that remained that we are remained that should be possessed. So Before Egypt, we should have possessed it. Ekron, we didn't. The 5 lords of the Philistine, in the time of King Solomon, we ruled over them. The Gazites, Ashdodites, Ashkelonites, the Gittites, the Ekronites, and the Avites. Sidonians, later on, we did get rulership over them. So let me see the Canaanites, okay, Amorites, Gibeonites, Gabal, and because it shows you right here. Phoenicians, because that is, and where is Byblos on the map? Gabal, which is mentioned in the book of Psalms 83. That's the Gibeonites, sorry. Well, yeah, it's actually Gabal. But anyway, let me see, where was it again? Psalms 83. Here you go. Here, the Gabal. These ones, yeah, are enemies. Right. So there were some giant Hamites that we couldn't beat. That's Lebanon. Gabal is Lebanon. We couldn't beat them. And now the Arabs are there, claiming that land as if it's theirs. That's why I can't wait to stomp them out. Because that's our land also, if you didn't know. But I just can't stand that they want to come there as if they're the did you know that they call these Arabs in those places call themselves the Phoenicians and stuff like that? Did you know that? Man, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And them Ishmaelites in Egypt, some of them actually believe that they're the Hamites. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing. Even though when it comes to racism, that when the hatred kicks in, yeah, but you're a slave. You're black. Black people are slaves. Yeah, you're Ham. Then we're the Hamites. But when it comes to the glory of the Hamites, no, we're the Hamites. We're Mizraim. What? Well, Mizraim is the son of Ham. But you say Ham is black, and he's a slave, and he's another. Then they want to correct you, because I know that it was actually Canaan, which was the one was cursed from Ham. Anyway, that's why we butchered them in that land over there. But anyway, let me go on. And of the Gibeonites, of which very much of their land remained to be possessed. So Lebanon was supposed to be possessed by us toward the sun rising from Baal Gath, which now is called Baal Bek, under Mount Hermon, unto the entering of Hamath, which I just showed you. Let me show you again. This Hamath. Yeah, King Solomon had power over that because he beat him up. But he couldn't beat up these Phoenicians because he started sinning. Because it shows you right here. And then we couldn't beat wars anymore. 11. Verse 6. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after Yahweh, as did David his father. And Yahweh stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom. And the Heavenly Father stirred him up another adversary, Rezon the son of Eliadad, which fled from his lord Hadadezer, king of Zobab. Verse 25. And they went to Damascus, which is Aram, and dwelt there and reigned in Damascus. Okay, so wait. And he gathered men unto him, and became captain over a band, when David slew them of Zobah. And they went to Damascus, and dwelt therein, and reigned in Damascus, because David smoked them, but he didn't utterly destroy them. But anyway, and he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon, beside the mischief that Hadad did. And he abhorred Israel, and reigned over Syria. Right, so Damascus is Syria. But yeah, the point is that the Heavenly Father, He is the one that didn't allow us to be able to beat them. Why? Because he says it right here. Judges chapter 2, verse... Judges chapter 2, verse 20. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he said, because that this people of mine, had transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice, which are the prophets, I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died, that through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein, as their fathers did keep it or not. Therefore, to test them, the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, so that they could basically inspire you to do evil, and they did. Neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua. What was it again? Excellent. Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. That's why you have bitch ass niggas like this. He saw this, so he was like, whoa, I like that. I want to do what they do. Let me get some money. Let me get rich. Let me get famous. Let me sell my soul to the devil and then spread my arms like I'm Caesar Borgia. 12:11:11. Right, let me spread my arms like I'm Caesar Borgia, chilling with the homies, and I got a book, and I'm gonna write my lyrics. I don't know what book that is, probably a satanic book or something like that. Or he was writing his lyrics. You know, fucking devils. Look at these goddamn devils. They walking around, they're showing their stuff, what they represent. And they still living. Spreading that anarchy. You know, because our people started to do stuff like this. You think them bitch ass niggas ain't doing that? I have to call them what they are. Them crack ass niggas. Crack nigga. He's a cracker. Nigger cracker. Cracker nigger. He wants to be like Esau, his daddy. Psalms 106. Verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen, and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them, a trap, destruction. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. That's the same spirit that he put on that, what was it, the Elamite or Assyrian? Which one was it? The one that abhorred Israel all the day of King Solomon's life. He hated us. He abhorred us, meaning we really didn't want to have nothing to do with us. That's what the word abhor means. You abstain from it. Anyway, going on. So where was I? Psalms. I was reading Psalms, right? Where was it?